Wagwan peoples, today I'm here to spice up the TSB community. Today we're gonna break down all the differences and similarities between the strongest battlegrounds and its inspiration, One Punch Man. Let's go ahead and start with the strongest character in all of anime, not Goku. The strongest hero is based on One Punch Man's main character, Saitama. The funny thing is, Saitama is literally just a normal guy. Usually during these breakdowns, I gotta go in depth on why such and such has all this trauma and uses it to become strong, but no. In this series, our main character decided to become a hero one day after saving some ugly kid from a crab man. Initially, this was for fun, but Saitama knew that there would be people's lives at stake. So even though it was just a side gig to him, he decided to train himself to death. His insane training regimen of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and a 10 km run every day. This is what led to his insurmountable strength that now plagues him to boredom. So now that we know why he's the strongest hero, we should talk about his in-game passive called Superhuman. This decreases the requirement for serious mode to 200 damage instead of 350. This is more likely a balancing thing in-game, but it can be explained by the fact that Saitama can one-shot anyone in any state. He could literally be doing groceries and knock out a dragon level threat with a flick of a finger. Superhuman also increases gain from finishers, but this is not a specific canon thing that the Cape Baldy does. On to cosmetic changes. The strongest hero doesn't seem to change your avatar at all, but I think this is on purpose. Everyone inside of the OPM universe looks at Saitama as a regular guy, so due to this, why would any normal person need a cosmetic change to stand out? Also, the spawn animation looks like this, but I couldn't find the actual scene. Finally, we can talk about the moveset. Broski, you good? Bro might be Saitama for real. Oh nah, triple digit ping. Alright, let me open up GearUP. I'll let you guys in on the secret on how I always block so quickly. It's simply low ping. To use it, all you have to do is open it up, select the game you want to boost, for me it's Roblox, and launch it. And just like that, bruh. Don't worry, it doesn't interfere with any in-game data, so it's not bannable, and you probably know some creators who use it. If you suffer from the high ping curse, you should really try it. Link in the description or in the pinned comment down below. And if you can get exactly 27 ping, send me a screenshot on Discord and I'll buy you early access. Only one of you guys though. So shout out to our sponsor GearUP. Normal punch is the first attack. This allows the user to wind up a big punch that sends anyone flying away if it makes contact. This move can also be done without contact, but instead will send someone backwards due to the sheer force of the punch. Just like the name implies, this is Saitama's normal punch that he uses all throughout the series. Normal punches just means that Saitama is not thinking about the attack all that much and is usually used on insignificant threats to him. He has been seen using it against opponents that are strong enough to kill his friends, but since he's so strong, he doesn't feel the need to go all out on opponents he can one-shot anyways. So it doesn't fall under any specific punch in the anime/manga. The finisher causes you to send your opponent flying much further, but this is just a beefed up version and probably original to the game. Then we got my favorite move called consecutive punches. This smooth ass attack allows you to throw a barrage of punches for a couple seconds that stuns your opponent. Due to Saitama being so strong, he doesn't need a lot of attacks. It's usually either a normal, serious, or consecutive punch. And in this case, it's taken from his two-handed consecutive normal punches attack. Some might think that this is from his fight with Beast King, but in that instance, he was only using one hand. While in game, you can clearly see yourself using two hands, meaning this either comes from Saitama vs God Garo or Saitama vs Boros. Based on the finisher, I would like to say it comes from his Boros fight because the finisher causes you to punch your enemy into a pool of blood just like he did here. Luckily, Boros has an insane regenerative healing factor that allowed him to come back from this, but unfortunately you do not. Then we got Shove. This basic attack allows you to backhand slap your opponent away and also the ability to deflect projectiles. In one of Saitama's encounters with Speedo Sound Sonic, he was being annoying as usual, so Saitama speed blitzed behind him and slammed him down with a similar attack. To me, this is not as similar as his devious moment against Garo. Saitama, on his way to buy a wig, ended up running into the hero hunter he's been looking for. But he doesn't know this and ends up flatlining Garo just because bro was in his way while shopping. Based on the fact that you get sent backwards instead of down slammed, probably causes the confusion between the two attacks, but I think it's more of a game balancing issue since both don't get sent flying backwards. The finisher looks like this, but seems to have no correlation to any attack I could find. If you know the real answer to any of these, please feel free to comment them down below and I'll respond to you. Lastly, before the awakening is Uppercut. As the name suggests, this allows you to get low and wind up an uppercut that launches your opponent into the air. This is inspired by his fight with Carnage Kabuto. Kabuto entered an enraged state that he claims will last 1 week. This really set Saitama off. The reason being, it made Saitama remember that today was bargain day at the supermarket and he just couldn't miss out on those sweet deals. As you can see, he does a very similar uppercut to Kabuto, resulting in him exploding. As I go through this video, it actually surprised me how close TSB is to OPM, and it really makes me excited to do the other characters. So if you enjoy this, please like and subscribe so you let me know that you want to see more videos like this. Quickly, before we get into the ultimate, I have to explain the wall combo for the strongest hero. After using 4 M1s and dashing into your opponent, you will get a special animation. For Saitama, it looks like this and results in you sneezing into your opponent. This goofy attack is directly inspired by Saitama's serious sneeze towards Garo while on one of Jupiter's moons. Just like in game, Saitama caught Garo's fist and then realized he needed to achoo and ended up doing this to one of our gas giants. Obviously, you cannot destroy an entire planet with a wall combo, but this is as close as it gets when dealing with a fighting game. Time to get serious. No, I mean literally, the ultimate is called serious mode. Just like the spawn animation, I couldn't find the exact scene that these come from. Regardless, once in this ultimate state, you now have unlimited ult until you die or use any move. Yes, that is correct. Due to the overpoweredness of the strongest hero, they needed to balance him by only allowing you to use one of his ultimate moves. I guess it's fair since every attack is insta-kill. Throughout the series, Saitama can be seen getting serious only a handful of times. But while in this state, you will see some of the most broken, destructive, OP attacks in all of anime. Death counter is the first move and activates a counter that has a 10-second window. To anyone else, they do not know if this move is active, but you can see the Japanese kanji for death all around you. After successfully baiting someone, you will then be put in this fire-ass cutscene that looks like this. As you can see, this is an exact copy of Genos vs Saitama's sparring session where Genos asks him to take it seriously. After Saitama heard that, he decided to show his disciple what serious really is and almost killed him before stopping the attack at the last second. This may not have landed, but it did land a giant hole in the side of a mountain. Saitama may have spared his student, but in game, you send your opponent into oblivion, instantly killing them. Secondly is table flip. After pushing everyone away with the air alone, you then reach down, dig into the ground and start pulling up, which causes the ground to break apart before ultimately pulling up the entire ground and killing anyone inside of it. The anime watchers probably don't know where this is from, but in his fight on one of Jupiter's moons, he figures out that he can go a little bit harder, resulting in him doing this very attack towards Garo. Saitama's version is so powerful that it basically rips apart the entire moon, as shown in this fan animation. The serious punch is the next attack that upon activation will enter you in this cutscene that ends with you blasting your enemy away while doing about 30 to 70% damage or insta-kill if they were stunned. Keeping it short, Boros used all his remaining strength in one attack to try to kill Saitama, and since he noticed it was Boros' final attack, he decided to use his as well, which is killer move, serious series, serious punch, with both looking very akin to one another. Finally is my favorite ultimate move titled Omni-Directional Punch. Upon activation, the user spins around and stomps the ground, causing debris and their opponent to fly into the air. The user then leaps onto the floating piece of rubble, causing an enormous shockwave on the ground. Then leaping from rock to rock at such high speeds, it forms after images on each rock. The after images and the user close in on the opponent, striking in from all angles, resulting in death. And this attack was obviously used against Garo after the debris from his table flip left Garo in a discombobulated state, which was only furthered after Saitama started bouncing around and creating after images that actually landed punches on him. This is such a destructive attack that had to be done off Earth or it would kill thousands. Some smaller facts that I found while researching this video was about strongest hero's name changing from Bald Hero. This is probably due to Saitama's distinct bald head that was caused due to over stress and training. Also, there was a concept animation for a death counter rework, but I'm not sure where it was inspired by. If you watch One Punch Man, then you probably watch other anime like One Piece and JJK. And what'd you know? I actually made explain videos about all those other Roblox games. So click this playlist right here to watch all my explain videos. Millz Mafia out. Yeah. It's luck-based. Projectiles remain smoother, New Way now always carries you when you use it, reduced end lag on rapid escape, and now after rolling a jackpot with Hakari, you will automatically get 75%